Hey, 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 happy Tuesday. Come on in, pull up a chair. The Daily Dope is in the air. Howdy, 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 gang. Yes, I'm Jeff McAleer, back once again as your host here at the Daily Dope with a little special guest who's on my lap. Smokey's starting the show off on my lap, so we will see how long that takes for her to skedaddle out. Because sometimes I move around and she's like, "Ooh, what's going on?" Ooh. But she's relaxing so far. Oh, here she comes. So, might as well pick her up and let everybody take a peek. There's Smokey. Yep, there's little Smokes. All right, kid, you want to get out of there? Go on. Yeah, it's for some reason, whenever I start the show, even if Smokey has been on my lap for an hour, she'll take off after about a minute or so. Anyway, welcome aboard. Tonight is Tuesday, October 22nd. This is episode 383 of the Daily Dope. I do want to point out this is a live stream, so if this is your first time checking this out, it's very, very casual. It's not rocket surgery by any stretch of the imagination. Since it is live, there is also chat available on YouTube. It's not on screen. It's one of the ways that I keep some of the more unusual commenters at bay, but I do pay attention to chat. So if you like to say howdy, or maybe you have a question or a comment, by all means, chime in. I will respond. I see John Vogel's already here in chat hanging out. Good to see you, John. Welcome aboard. It's Tuesday night. Second night back from my little mini vacation. Also, do want to mention, if you like the video, give it a quick thumbs up. If you have not subscribed to the channel, as Smokey distracted me as she went zipping past. If you have not subscribed, by all means, please do. And if you do, don't forget, ring that little bell. It will not only notify you when the stream goes live, it'll also tell you when I upload any of my standalone videos, which I had about 5 of those over the past week. So including yesterday's review of Tyranny of Dragons for 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons. And of course, tell a friend, tell 2 friends. And when you're not watching videos on the Gaming Gang channel, be sure to visit thegaminggang.com for all the latest in gaming news, reviews, comics, movies, TV. By now, you know the drill. Get your geek on at thegaminggang.com, of which I am tweaking things. Yeah, gonna have a different look to it. It'll probably be done in the next few days. It's kind of a, kind of a long process, to be very honest. But the websites look the same for about 2-3 years now. So I thought, let's shake things up. So by next week, I would say by November 1st, it will certainly look completely different, or radically different. All right, so I've got quite a bit of news tonight. So unfortunately, I don't have a lot of images of many of these news items. Well, I have images, but like some of them are like one image. Gotta do what I can with what I've got, right? So let's jump on into the news. Because if you dig the Borderlands video game, you might be interested in this upcoming game from XYZ Game Labs. I've got the dope on Tiny Tina's Robot Tea Party. Sometime after the fall of Handsome Jack, in between bomb making and bandit killing, Tina decided to try her hand at making her own board game. After all, everyone seemed to love her session of bunkers and badasses, and vault hunters need something to do in their downtime. She started by tearing apart and jamming back together actual claptrap units, but the sounds of their protests and complaints got a bit annoying. After consulting Princess Fluffy Butt and Sir Reginald, she opted for a card game instead. So grab some crumpets, drink some tea, and join Tina in torturing and building claptraps of 5 varieties. Along the way, you'll enlist some help from Brick, Mordecai, Moxie, and Earl to mess with your opponents and find what you need to win. Featuring brand new original art and character designs never seen anywhere else, Borderlands Tiny Tina's Robot Tea Party is the first wide-release tabletop game ever set in the Borderlands universe. It's made to be the perfect filler game with dead simple rules, a quick playtime, and plenty of interaction. This officially licensed product is a collaboration of Nerdvana Games, Gearbox Software, and XYZ Game Labs. Borderlands Tiny Tina's Tea Party, Robot Tea Party, forget the robots. Don't forget the robots, Jeff. Is for 2 to 5 players, ages 13 and up, plays in around 15 minutes, and it will carry an MSRP of $19.99 when it arrives early next year. I do not have a specific release date just yet. So, I don't know. Could be kind of cool. I've played Borderlands. I have not played tons of it. I don't know. It's not my kind of first-person shooter. It's a little wackier than I prefer. I like more like Fallout kind of stuff. But this could be fun as a wind-up, wind-down game. I never like the term filler game. Filler is what they put in ground beef at fast food places, and it's not good for you. So I do not like saying filler. So the Madman is in chat as well. Howdy, Madman. Thanks for joining us on a Tuesday night. There is a very interesting looking Bronze Age game about clans in Italy. It is going to release tomorrow at Essen. I don't know if we're going to see it in the US, but they are saying tomorrow is its release date. It's from Quined Games, or Quined Games. I think it's pronounced Quined. And I've got the dope on Terra Mara. Terra Mara, or Black Earth, refers to the shared culture of a tight-knit network of villages in northern Italy founded during the mid to late Bronze Age, around 1500 BC. The inhabitants of this marl-rich land lived, traveled, and traded in an area between the Alps and the River Po. They were hunters and farmers, but also practiced metallurgy, casting bronze tools in stone molds. While the dark soil in the region was dry enough, they still built their I need a sip here. There we go. While the dark soil in the region was dry enough, they still built their houses on piles, suspended in the air by wooden stakes. The reason for this seemingly pointless practice, as well as the origin and fate of the Terra Mara people, is unknown and remains a topic of fierce debate among present-day historians. In Terra Mara, you are a chief of a clan occupying one of these villages. Your goal is to develop your clan while exploring lands farther away to trade and to reach sacred places. As the density of settlements is ever growing, you will face some stiff competition from other clan leaders. To best them, you must improve your battle strength and discover new technologies to create useful artifacts. The player who develops the best clan by gaining the most development points will become leader of the Terra Mara and wins the game. And then rides off into history so we know nothing about them or what happened. Terra Mara is for 2 to 4 players, ages 12 and up, plays in around 2 hours, and it does carry an MSRP of $60, which I think if you pre-order right now on the Quined website, I think it's $55. But I don't know. It said that the pre-order price was only till I think the 20th of October, but it was still showing the pre-order price. So, I don't know. This looks interesting, I have to say. And I like prehistoric stuff. Although I guess 1500 BC really isn't prehistory. There are still some records and things like that from that period. So it's not prehistoric, but still this seems like this could be very interesting. Let's move on to some RPG news because that's what we had a lot of today. And, of course, the October Pathfinder releases have arrived from Paizo. I've got the dope on the 2 major titles. First, we have the Pathfinder Lost Omens character guide. An adventurer's life can be difficult, but long journeys and heavy burdens are easiest when you have company. That's right, because misery loves company, right? This guide to the world of Pathfinder presents the people and organizations that can help or hinder heroes like you. The Lost Omens character guide features new heritages and feats for existing ancestries, as well as 3 brand new ancestries for unusual heroes forging a place for themselves in an uncertain age. Join 5 of Golarian's most influential organizations. Fight alongside the rank and file members provided in these pages, or clash against them in pursuit of your own passions and goals. This must-have 136-page guidebook for characters of all types introduces 3 new ancestries to the 2nd edition of the Pathfinder role-playing game. The regimented and warlike hobgoblin, the plant-like leshy, and the inquisitive lizard folk. Provide 10. Boy, I tell you, Smokey zipping around in the background just always distracts me. I don't know why, because I'm always wondering, what is she going to knock over? It's like, what are you doing over there? Ah. Anyway, book provides 10 new heritages for the game's core ancestries, offers nearly 100 new ancestry feats, and presents 10 new archetypes to allow characters of any class to participate in the world's most notable organizations, from the adventurous Pathfinder Society to the rabble-rousing firebrands to the magical masters of the Magayagbaya. You can get the hardcover for $34.99. The PDF is available for $24.49. Then we have the Pathfinder Adventure Path number 148, Fires of the Haunted, which is part 4 of 6 as far as the Age of Ashes campaign. The Scarlet Triad, slavers at the center of vast conspiracy, have been tracked to the 5 Kings Mountains. There in the subterranean city of Sagarak, the slavers have forged an alliance with a terrifying dragon. To stop them, the heroes must navigate a complex political landscape and perhaps make an alliance of their own with the Dwarven King, who's been dead for thousands of years. The Age of Ashes adventure path continues with Fires of the Haunted City, a complete adventure for 12th to 14th level characters. Age of Ashes is the first adventure path using the brand new rules for the Pathfinder role-playing game. This 4th adventure is for 12th level characters, also includes a gazetteer, the dwarven city of Kovlar, a discussion of the evil dwarven god of toil Draskar, and a wealth of new rules options for player characters to discover, along with more than half a dozen new monsters. Each monthly full-color, softcover Pathfinder Adventure Path, say that 5 times fast, contains an in-depth adventure scenario, stats for several new monsters, and support articles meant to give game masters additional material to expand their campaign. Pathfinder Adventure Path volumes use the open game license and work with both the Pathfinder RPG and the world's oldest fantasy role-playing game. That's right. They are set up for both. I have not taken a peek at the new adventure paths yet. I'm curious if they are dual-statted. I do not know. So I am kind of curious because I have noticed that with 2nd edition Pathfinder, they are talking about the world's oldest fantasy role-playing game. And we all know what that is. That is Dungeons & Dragons. I'm kind of curious. I'll have to... maybe I'll swing in one of the game stores or something and take a peek to see. Or, yeah, I can always just look online. Maybe do a search. Moving right along, Modiphius Entertainment has announced that they are releasing a role-playing game which is set in the Homeworld setting. And if you're a fan of PC games, I'm sure you probably remember Homeworld. Here's the dope. Modiphius Entertainment are excited to announce that under license from Gearbox Software LLC, they are creating a tabletop role-playing game, Homeworld Revelations, based on the popular Homeworld video game franchise. September 2019 marked the 20th anniversary of the award-winning real-time strategy video game Homeworld, originally developed by Relic Entertainment and published by Sierra Studios, now managed and owned by Gearbox Software LLC and developed by Blackbird Interactive. The original video game followed the Kashan, an exiled people who see their planet Karak destroyed by the Titan. Was it Titan? I forget how to pronounce it. Empire, in response to them developing banned hyperspace technology. The survivors travel with their fleet, led by the Mothership, and fight a war against the Titan on an exodus to reach their true homeworld, Higara. Their journey is one of the hardship and discovery as they make allies, scramble for resources, and destroy their enemies along the way. Homeworld Revelations will give fans of the original Homeworld game the exciting opportunity to view the universe through a new perspective, taking on the role of the crew aboard one of the Kashan's fleet's ships. Whether it's joining the Mothership on its odyssey or helping reestablish the Higaran homeworld, there will be endless adventures. More information about Homeworld Revelations, including product lineup and details, will be coming in 2020. Developer diaries, which talk about the development and features of the games, will begin very shortly. So I thought that was kind of cool. I was a big fan of Homeworld. I played the original, and it was not easy. I still remember, and I no spoilers here because it's a 20-year-old game, although they did not too long ago release kind of a an updated edition of the core game. I think they did both games, and then there was also kind of a prequel where it was actually real-time strategy, but it was land-based, and I think it was supposed to be on the planet before planet Carrick or whatever before they leave. But yeah, I remember playing that. I remember that first mission too, where you needed to save the cryo pods that had all of your colonists that were under attack. You had to try to save all of them, because if you didn't, you were actually starting kind of behind the 8 ball. So pretty cool, pretty sweet. Jorge Rodriguez and Kevin Thorpe are in chat. Good to see you both, gents. Happy Tuesday. All right, so my final news piece. There is a cool looking, powered by the apocalypse fantasy game called Fellowship. And they've got a new supplement. And the company's called Libre Gothica Games, but they do not have a website. So, I've got the dope on Inverse Fellowship, and I am putting Drive-Thru RPG down as the web address on the image here. So, here's the dope. Fellowship is a game for 3 to 6 players about to go on an adventure in the same vein as Lord of the Rings or Wake Fu or JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Stardust Crusaders. I'm sorry, I don't think of the latter two when I think of Lord of the Rings, but that's okay. The system is loosely based on the Apocalypse engine. This is the second book in the Fellowship line, an expansion to the first game. You'll need the first book to play with the content found in Book 2. Inverse Fellowship is a follow-up to both Fellowship and Inverse World. Within this book, you'll find 7 new Fellowship playbooks, a replacement Overlord playbook, and a new kind of playbook, a team playbook. Boy, I'm saying playbook a lot, aren't I? Which is used by the entire Fellowship cooperatively. There's also a slew of new destinies, threats, and set pieces, as well as a chapter discussing the Inverse World and what you can find there. The Horizon is an alternative to the Overlord playbook. Rather than heroically stopping the end of the world, the Horizon lets the Fellowship play as explorers, pushing out beyond known society, discovering what lies in the uncharted skies. Rather than making a single big boss and their minions, the Horizon builds unique locations that grow more dangerous the longer the Fellowship spends there. The Horizon also keeps track of what each player wants to find and uses the knowledge to tempt them. By combining increased temptation with heightened danger, the Horizon can put an end to the most powerful of heroes through their own greed. The 198-page PDF of Inverse Fellowship is available now at DriveThruRPG for $15.95. Very cool. I have heard good things about Fellowship, and that it really does model kind of the journeys that you would find in like The Wheel of Time by Robert Jordan, or say Lord of the Rings. I'm sorry, I am not a follower of JoJo. I think I've seen all of about 3 minutes of one of JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, and was not like my bag of tricks, you know. But I have heard really good things about Fellowship, so this should be pretty cool. And I heard good things about Inverse World, which is I want to say it's a Dungeon World supplement that was released as well. All right, so that is it for tonight's news. A couple of quick things that I do want to point out. I am going to be giving away this copy of RuneQuest Role-Playing in Glorantha. Maybe I'll put it over on this side like this. This is a brand new, fresh copy. I simply paged through it to review it. So I am going to be giving this away. And simply enough, I will give this away on October 30th, the day before Halloween. You do have to live in the US or Canada to get in the running. But all you need to do is be a follower of the Gaming Gang on Twitter and a subscriber to the Gaming Gang channel here. And you will need to leave a comment on one of the videos from today through October 30th. Simple enough. Easy peasy. And I will be giving this away. Do also have it's not really even a contest. I am going to be giving away copies in PDF of Knights and Magic, the fantasy miniatures game from the 80s that we actually own the rights to. I know. If I had time, I'd try to bang out a new edition of it, but I always get tied up. I start getting stuff done, and then it's like, well, I got to work on, the website or do, videos and stuff like that. Anyway, so I am going to give that out. That is going to be a giveaway. I will announce the date. I was going to do it on Thursday. Yeah, maybe I will do it on Thursday. I'll throw the info out. And once again, it's basically you just have to be a follower on Twitter and a subscriber here on YouTube. And I think that one I'll just have you just like retweet something on Twitter so I know to like DM you the link for you to be able to download the PDF, because it's going to be one day only, and that's it. If you don't get it on my birthday, you're going to be out of luck. So it's my birthday, but everybody else is going to get the presents. And also, the other thing I do want to mention is no show Thursday and Friday of this week or next, because Thursday is my birthday. Friday is my mom's birthday. I talked about that a little bit on last night's show. And so we're having a party for her on Friday, and of course, Thursday's my birthday. Then next week, of course, Thursday is Halloween. And then Friday, I am going to be working on setting things up for our 12-hour marathon for Extra Life. Yes, our live stream that will be airing from 8 a.m. until 8 p.m. on November 2nd. So there we have. Thank you, Jorge's wishing me an early birthday. Yeah, sorry, Kevin. No giveaway for RuneQuest in as far as the UK, but you can get the PDF of Knights and Magic, so that'll be pretty interesting. Pretty easy peasy, too. Viper Dave has arrived. My apologies to Viper Dave. Viper Dave popped into chat yesterday, and I missed it. until I double checked the stream after it was done rendering, and I was like, ooh, I see Viper David popped in and I didn't say hello. Yeah, that's, I try not to be rude like that. I try to keep my eye on the chat. That's why I'm always like looking like this. You'll see me talking and I'll like go, yeah, that's me looking at the chat. So Viper Dave says, that's okay. Cool deal. Hey, well, I just point that out. I'm not, you know, I'm not a joke. Well, not usually a jerk. All right, so I should point out also, if you follow thegaminggang.com or the Gaming Gang channel, or you watch this show quite often, you already know that this is all pretty much a not-for-profit endeavor. So if you like the site, or the channel, or the show, or any of the videos I do, by all means, please consider making a small donation to Lil Bub's Big Fund and the American Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals. Lil Bub's Big Fund does provide grant monies, to organizations throughout the United States who care for special needs animals who are awaiting adoption. These animals might face a variety of different challenges, such as Lil Bub herself, and these organizations do try to make sure that these animals find loving homes. And as somebody who has spent a lifetime adopting shelter pets, I can tell you from experience, they will repay whatever love they get from you, or you give them, about 1,000 times back. It is that much. It really is. So of course, if you do make a small donation to Lil Bub's Big Fun, if you want to mention, by all means, just shoot me an email if you'd like. If you want me to give you a shout out, by all means, shoot me an email, let me know, and I will give you a shout out on a following show. John Vogel's wishing me a happy birthday, and my mom a happy birthday. Thank you, John. Much appreciated. So before I finish up, I do want to mention that if you're an RPG fan, or even a comic fan, fiction fan, because there are giveaways at all the One Bookshelf sites right now. For Halloween, it is their annual kind of like trick or treat, but it's all treats, no tricks anymore. I do want to point out, one of our visitors over at thegaminggang.com found 9 more giveaways, 9 more links on the different sites. I have added those to my list. So there are now like 39 downloads across the various One Bookshelf sites, like Drive-Thru RPG, Drive-Thru Fiction, Storyteller Vault, the Dungeon Masters Guild. There are no giveaways on Wargame Vault or Drive-Thru Cards that I saw. Though that may have changed. I should probably take a peek, because I did this right when it was hitting. So anyway, so there you have it. And for some strange reason, it looks like the mic was awfully loud. Yeah, hopefully I haven't been like rocking anybody's speakers out there by being too loud. All right, anyway, so that is it for tonight's show. As I like to always point out, if you like the video, please give it a quick thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. And if you do, don't forget, ring that little bell. It will not only notify you when I have a new video, it'll also tell you when the stream goes live. You'll get a little notification. And of course, when you are not watching videos on the Gaming Gang channel, be sure to visit thegaminggang.com for all the latest in gaming news, reviews, comics, movies, TV. Come on, by now you know the drill. Get your geek on at thegaminggang.com. All right, so everybody enjoy your Tuesday night. Everybody who hung out and chat, thank you very much for keeping me company on a Tuesday night. And of course, anybody out there who watches, regardless if it's live or you jump in a chat, what have you, I definitely really, really appreciate you watching. So, like I said, everybody enjoy your Tuesday night. I'll be back tomorrow, and until then, happy trails. Zoobity-bitty-bitty-boo-boo. Zoobity-bitty-bitty-boo. Zabba-dabba-dabba-dabba-bum. Zibba. Whoa, hey. I didn't realize that you were still here. Well, if that's the case, then allow me to share the following information with you that I only have 20 seconds to do. So let's all take a deep breath. So, if you would like to subscribe to the Gaming Gang channel, please click right here. If you want to check out the latest episode of the Daily Dope, click right here. And if you'd like to check out a randomly selected standalone video, by all means, click right here. Once again, I'm Jeff McAleer, and thanks for watching.